Alrighty, folks. Hello and welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway. My name is John Theodore, streaming live at twitch.tv/John_Theodore. Recorded version of this broadcast at youtube.com/John Theodore. I want to thank you all very much for tuning in. Going to be in the number 3 Corey Busch for Congress 1987 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. This is a 100-lap race at Bristol. Made some mistakes last night. We managed to recover and get a solid top 5 finish, but I wanted to come back and see if I could put together a complete race, eliminate those mistakes. Some of them were completely self-inflicted too. It wasn't even driving mistakes necessarily. My first mistake was a strategic one, taking 4 tires when I knew better about these cars. I got more than enough experience and should have taken 2. The race could have gone completely different if I had gotten that call right. But let's go out here, see what we can do qualifying wise first off.
Green flag.
Oh, that was smooth like butter right there. Didn't hook up 3 and 4 as well as I did in practice, but the lap overall in 8.85. That is the fastest one I've turned here at Bristol in these cars, at least with, since the recent update. Good enough for second quick. Only Layne Riggs went faster. We'll take that.
Checker flag.
Much better lap than what we qualified with last night. All right. And I have to apologize for this. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just wind this back to show practice through qualifying. We got 2.5 minutes left until we grid up. I'm going to go run and use the restroom real quick. I will be right back. Kellogg's Union won and the strike is over. That's the best news I've heard all day, Straytail. Thank you for that. You just made my day. And we made it back in time for the little bathroom break. We're ready to go racing. On schedule. Let's do this thing. I love it when when Labor gets a victory like that. That's great. Well, you see, that's the problem when you refer to any form of labor as unskilled labor. Is all labor is skilled. There is no form of labor out there that you don't get better at as you gain experience. So, yeah. I'm glad that the labor union won that deal.
Here, this restart.
Let's get ready to go
The
green
road
here.
will be closed this time.
Good luck, everybody. All right, here we go. I pledge
Good
to
luck,
be a
everybody.
good sport, whether I win or lose, to know that people online are real people. My words have real impact, to set a positive example with my behavior, to speak up against discrimination, hate speech, harassment, and abuse, to show integrity by honoring the rules, my opponents, and my teammates, to stop listening and reassess if I'm told my words or actions are harmful, and to respect others, even if their sincere opinions are different from my own. Exclamation mark GLHF in my Twitch shout chat. Link in the description below this video. Hi there. Who was that who said hi, John? Was that Gabe? Feel like it was Gabe.
Hello.
How you doing, my man?
Good. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing here.
The pedal on the right's the go fast pedal. Pro tip right there. .008 off of Layne Riggs for the pole time. Days Freak. Not too much, man. Just, you know, just hanging out, racing. Doing all right. How you doing? Let's go. Let's go get him. Go put a hurting on him tonight. That's the goal. We'll see if that actually happens. Layne Riggs is going to be very difficult to beat. Because he is a very good race car driver. Actual race car driver, I believe. Doesn't he run like super lates or something like that?
Two additional sets of tires.
What is?
Be smooth and
I
have a
don't
good
have
run.
the internet in front of me. What's Layne Riggs most famous for racing? I know he's Scott Riggs' kid, right? And Scott Riggs made it all the way up to the Cup Series. Anyway. That's the cool thing about iRacing. You actually get to compete against real racers and something that's pretty darn close representation to what
Line
they
up
actually
behind
do.
the pace car.
So let's do this thing. 2 to green. Just add to the tension. Let's see. No fuel, no tear off, no left side tires all race long. Excuse me. Geoff Hooper is going to be starting from pit road. He missed grid. We have 20 car field tonight. So I think that's one vehicle larger in field size than we had last night, but the strength of field is about 900 less than we had last night.
Let's go have a good day today. Have some fun.
Fun. Hey, that sounds good. Let's go do that fun thing. That sounds nice. Is Layne Riggs playing
Alright, man, let's get ready.
staging
Go
games
get
with
this
me
thing.
here?
Do this.
We can't beat him to the line. So he's going to get a bit of a jump on us. We just got to try to
Our boss
get a
man
clean
plays
start
cars off.
and not let
Have a
him get
great
too
day.
big of a jump.
Green flag. The road's open.
That was clean.
Inside. Still there. Slow in front of you on the bottom.
He opened up the top for us.
Still inside.
Oh, and we're going to take
Clear
it.
low.
New leader.
Nice clean track here.
Robby Norris has given Layne Riggs problems for second place and has actually worked his way around him.
Outside. Still out there. Clear
Appreciate
outside.
the 16 giving me room there. You know what would be great is if this thing just went caution-free. How cool would that be? No one, I don't think it's likely. I don't think that's going to happen. But wouldn't that be fantastic? Just for a change of pace. Let's have 100 laps caution-free at Bristol. How great would that be? You know what I should probably do is I should probably get the lap tracker up. I don't want to give up time messing with it. We're just going to do a couple clicks on the straightaway. Session best lap now. I think we go to last op lap, op sector, last lap. There we go. We gave up a little time doing that, not too much. We're all right. There's the first yellow, lap 10. That's a little early to pit.
The road's closed.
Sorry about that, 8.
Get behind the 13, behind the 8. They could be lining up behind the 5. Can line up behind the 6, line up behind the 5. Should be starting behind the 8.
That will let him stay on the lead lap. Not
They
gonna
could
try
be
to
lining up behind the 8. The road is open.
put him under like that.
Line up behind the safe car.
Currently playing F1 2021. Been doing no assist for the last 3 days. I hear that that's really hard. I have not tried F1 2021 or any of the F1 games recently, but I hear they're a pretty good challenge.
16, got the lucky dog. Gonna have a lap.
From what I've heard, it sounds like that they do a pretty good job with that series of, you know, releasing a good, clean game each year and making meaningful improvements each year, too. Which is really impressive. They're actually somewhat unique in the sports game genre for doing that. Some of them, like, FIFA and stuff like that, they've fallen into a pattern where it's basically just roster updates that really don't add much new. But they still release a solid game. I know the NHL games are good. The nice thing for me with those games is that if you have something like Xbox Live Game Pass, the fact that EA Play is now included.
Yeah. You got to go in both pits, don't you?
No.
Dual pit, so you go in the one that your score is on. Yeah, okay. Single pit is when you...
Yeah, I haven't played a Madden game in a long time. The only sports franchise game that I've played at all recently has been the NHL games, which those are good, but I don't play them with any consistency, so I can't tell you if,
we all pit on the front stretch.
2019 to 2020 to 2021, if they made meaningful improvements or not. Or if, but what I will say is that the fact that they're charging $60 each year for basically the same game is mitigated a bit by, if you have Xbox Game Pass, and that includes EA Play, then you get the EA Sports library, so you can just get, it comes included in your Game Pass subscription, which is nice, because then it does feel more accurate as to what those games actually are, which is that they're a games as service model, which is really what those sports games should probably sift to, as a games as service model, kind of similar to what iRacing does, where you could subscribe to FIFA and you get all the roster updates, you get everything, and then they can just introduce over time updates to the game engine. That model seems to make a lot of sense. It doesn't make sense for all games, and I don't want, AAA titles to get killed by any means. There's still a place for $60 premium title, single player, story driven experience and all that stuff. But it's not a one size fits all. It doesn't fit every game.
Green flag.
A little bit of a whiff on the shift there. Layne seems to have figured out what the racing line is. He's hanging with me better than he did on the first run. Told you guys, he's going to be hard to beat. Really hard.
Redmond, you're blinking all over the place.
Just driving enough trail braking in there to get the thing rotated through the corner so that I can get a good shot off. Overdrove that corner a little bit. Don't want to kill the right front. I don't think we'd be in trouble if it went green. I don't think we'd blow a right front tire, but I want to try to take care of it so that that's not even a consideration. Also don't want to overheat it and end up in a situation where we end up really getting pressured by Layne more than, you know, and we're at a tire disadvantage. So we want to try to hold this advantage we've got. We're going to have to move up to the top side and make him try to go around us on the bottom.
Go inside. Still inside.
He's really hooking that bottom very well right now.
Still there at your door inside. Still inside. Good, baby. Stay with him. Still inside.
A little bit of contact off that corner.
Clear. Inside. Clear, clear, clear.
He made the pass work.
Outside.
Good on him for doing it. That was impressive.
Clear.
Making me doubt myself. Have I just been off on this second run? Or did I just... I don't think I killed the tires. I was beating him on that first run. He's got me pegged here right now on this second one. So
Note to self, the bottom is loose.
it can be. That's for darn sure. I feel like I just got wily veteran by Layne Riggs there. He sat back, watched what I was doing on that first run, made adjustments to his line, and is now kicking my butt with what he learned from watching me. Now we got Gabe Wood trying to do the same to me as well. Let's just cool our jets a little bit here. Don't want to kill the car or the tires.
Inside. Still inside. Clear low. Outside, clear.
is right in my tire tracks. Oh, I think he got the wall a little bit right there. Got a little bit of separation again. Just had a driver disconnect. I think that was the guy that we went past who was down low on the front straight or the back straight. One of the straights. Got some guys who are getting in trouble, but staying off the racing surface, and we stay green.
Outside. Clear outside. Outside. Quarter, clear.
Man, he's right to my bumper. Layne keeps pulling away. Yeah, he got the wall again.
That's what I really like the paint scheme.
Outside. Clear outside. Outside.
Yep, he got to my outside that time.
Working the outside. Still outside. Caution, caution.
And the caution comes out
Debris.
right as he gets around me.
Get that toy from that guy.
Unbelievable.
Bother me.
Oh, thank you very much. If only I could figure out how to keep it out of the wall.
Rude.
The road is open.
Rude, Gabe, rude.
Looks like you'll be lining up behind
We
the
had
door.
all kind of leveled out. Felt like I was going to make up 5 spots
Start
in
behind the 13.
50 laps. So I was playing a long game there.
Start looking for your sign. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop on the sign.
So do they know to take two?
Go, Mako, go, Mako. Pit road speed.
Just a heads up, you know that you only have one set of right side tyres remaining.
They could be lining up behind the 15. Get behind the 13.
Right front was at 54%.
Behind the 15.
I think it's a good thing that caution came out. We were torching it. I think that was part of my problem,
You're
is
gonna
I
be
don't
lining
think
up
I was
behind
running
the
a
19. All right, buddy.
very
Line up behind
optimal
the
line. I
9.
think I was
We're going to
grinding
restart behind
the
the 17.
right front tire too much.
Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 18. I think we should be behind the 11.
Steffen
I
Gruber,
think we should be behind
Steffen
the
Gruber
18.
is staying out on this one. Got a few guys trapped a lap down here as well. Well, let's see if I can make some adjustments and go a bit better for this. So we might not get another caution, as clean as this has been running. 57 laps, we might just run this out to the end. Lefts, by the way, 83.91. But the temps on them, 224, 228 in the middle. So we'll be fine. Go get back after it here.
Behind the 18. Want to go, man. Unfortunately, you're going to be on the outside. They could be lining up behind the 9.
$56 laps to go when we go green, and this is going to be a pretty wild restart here. We're going to have to be aggressive, but careful at the same time.
Be smooth and be smart.
Just be very precise and deliberate.
Stay
We might have
focused.
to stick it through the middle 3 wide here on these guys. Wesley's looking at doing the same thing.
That pace car's off. Everybody be on the toes. Ready, green flag. Outside. Still outside. Too wide outside. Yeah, man, just put it right on it, bud. You'll get by. Caution south. Closed.
That was frustrating.
Looks like you should be lining up behind the 13.
I guess y'all didn't see them wrecking up there in front of us.
You're going to be lining up behind the 7.
We didn't get much damage.
The road will be open. Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 16.
I tried to keep it straight, and I just got.
Well, I did. Can't say
I
the
was
same for
expecting
anybody
that.
behind me.
I sure the hell did, and I still got a fucking 4X out of it, so thanks.
Yep, I got it too. I checked up and got it slowed down. I didn't hit nobody. Got bulldozed in the rear.
Looks like Layne's got a little bit of damage.
Yeah, I saw him in the 5. It was
Oh, I think we're
floating
fine.
down the bottom, and
I
was
could have
going that
maybe-
way, but then I saw him headed to the bottom, so I
I could have
figured
maybe
he
done
was
a
still
better
on the
job.
binders, and I turned right, and I still fucking hit him.
Avoiding that. We'll see. We just got it. The thing that stinks about it is we're now buried in a hole here. Looks like Gabe's got the lead and no damage, so he made it through there just fine.
You'll line up behind the 7.
Missed opportunity there to avoid it and keep the car clean. That's Bristol. That happens. We're 7th. We're fine. That did hurt the tires a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. We ought to be all right.
Should be starting behind the 18.
You can't worry about what other folks are going to do on the track. The only thing you can focus on trying to improve is your own way and responding to situations like that. I'm excited about F1 for next year. I mean, I'm at least intrigued to see what happens with it. Anytime that there's a new regulation change, it shuffles the field. And if it ends up that there are more teams in contention for a win at each Grand Prix, I think that's going to be great to see. I don't think that there's any risk of them going all the way the direction that NASCAR did, where the cars are so slow in relation to the tracks that the driver doesn't matter at all. I think that the drivers are still going to play a huge role in it. So, looks like we're getting one more spot as the 13's pitting, so we're actually going to restart in 6th. So, we're not buried too bad despite getting involved in that. I don't think we have much damage, if any. We barely got touched, so
1 to go.
we'll be fine.
We're halfway in the race. You're going to be on the outside here on the start. Make sure you get that top groove cleaned
Oh
off.
man,
up there.
Layne's got a bunch of damage to his rear end there. Gabe's got the lead, and he's been really quick, so let's see if we can work around these cars and hopefully get up there and
Get that
try to
thing filled
contend
up
for the win
Get
again.
ready to rock and roll, man. Oh man, pace car's off. Drive smart there. Green flag. Outside. Still out there. Clear, 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 clear.
This 18 car is
Outside.
really being aggressive, trying to get the lap back the hard way.
Clear high.
He's in the lucky dog spot right now, I think. He just needs to chill and he'll be fine.
Good smart driving there, my man.
And we've got a new contender entering the arena here. The 10 car goes to the lead. So we've got ourselves a 4-way fight for the win on this thing, and we're still a part of it, so that's the good news.
Outside. Outside quarter. Still outside. Door outside. Outside is clear. Outside. Clear high.
Try to take care of my right front better than I did last run. Layne looks like his car is meaningfully slower than it was before. Ten car is quick right now.
Caution, caution.
There's a yellow.
Talk to me, good footing up. Closed.
Still got 40 laps to go here. Our tires are not too
Thanks,
old.
Layne.
Open.
Well, Heaven, you look like
Oh,
a
goodness.
Pac-Man ghost, bud.
We got more cars going a lap down too.
Got the lucky dog. Coming to the
Go on. Get back
outside.
on the lead lap.
Lap car.
Stop bothering us.
Get behind the 18. We're going to restart behind the 13. Behind the 9.
Oh, and it's giving those guys their laps back. That's nice. So we actually end up, we've got 18 cars on the lead lap here. That's pretty good. Pacing.
11, you're all over the place, guy.
They're going to be
Like the
34
Dukes
to
of
go.
Hazzard.
He's gonna drive through him when I get up to him.
Yeah, we should have 34 laps to go when we get the green here. I'm now second guessing my decision to stay out. That might have been a good time to pit. If we get another caution, we'll definitely pit, unless it's just, you know, right at the end. I think we're going to be glad that we saved the tires, actually. I want to buy sponsorship in Mazepin's
Rude.
car right above the steering wheel and just have it read no means no. And, like, I want to buy it as a sponsorship slot and just have it say that. So it's not really sponsorship, it's more of a message to him. And now I've explained the joke.
1 to go.
Alright, 36 laps to go.
Remember not to change lanes before the start-finish line. Bro. Pace car's off, be ready. Green flag. Outside. Still outside. Clear.
Layne getting aggressive on the restart.
Be patient, be farther.
I think my best shot at this is going to be to try to get both of them on the inside at once. If I let Layne work around him first, I'm going to be at a disadvantage. Of course, they could wreck, and then I would be in the catbird seat if I could miss it.
Hey, man, leader in front of you.
Oh, he slide jobbed him. Oh, and the 10 just
Stay low.
wrecked him.
Hit the
Really,
gas,
man?
boss man.
Really?
Get after it. Cars south. Pit road is closed. Line up behind the pace car.
That's just straight up intentional.
Yeah, he should definitely get a vacation for that.
Road
That
is
was
open.
blatant.
No, that's BS. I literally saw you just quit turning right in the middle of the corner.
Yeah, I had a front row seat for it. He wrecked you.
Yeah, you flat out dumped him. I was watching it from behind. I watched the whole thing.
If anybody would like to help me after the race, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Start looking for your sign.
Yep, he looks like he's self-penalized.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop on the sign.
Interesting to see that. We got a minute of optional. I didn't think we got hurt that bad.
Go, man, go. Go, man, go.
Good job, pit crew. Drive smart. There are no more right side tyres to put on.
They could be lining up behind the 19.
Barely beat out Gabe. That will
Come on,
be
Steffen, we're up
huge.
there.
Layne, how bad's the damage there? That looked like a pretty ugly hit that you took.
5 minutes.
Yeah. Looks like he's self-penalized, I guess. He pulled down towards pit lane and towed. Ah, do we have a mod in chat? We have one of these lovely spammers. So we're going to have 20-ish laps to go.
Now, 1 to go. Got a good copy back there?
27. When I said 20-ish, I meant 20-something, not 20, not close to 20, but a number that has a 2 in front of it. So 27 to go on this restart here. No mods. That's all right. I'll just ban him. I'll just ban him when we get out of the car here.
All right, big girl.
Doesn't look like he's spamming too hard.
Let's keep going the right direction. 10-4.
They all stopped in front of me, Eric, sorry.
Pace
Pace
car's
car's in.
off. Be ready. Ready. Green, 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 green. Outside. clear.
That's going to be a caution, that 19 car. Can't get out of the way fast enough. Wow, Layne Riggs is...
Get that rhythm, get that pace. Nice and good.
Did I call it? Did I call it?
We're going to want to stay out here, bud.
Was
but I'll
that the
leave up to
19?
you.
Yes, we're definitely going to want to stay out. We got the 11, who's blinking like crazy, the 5 and the 7 behind him.
All right, buddy. Line up behind the 7.
We got Layne Riggs, Gabriel Wood,
Open,
Patrick
open.
Jones behind us. We got cars that we should be able to pass in front of us, and we got a pack of hungry wolves behind us. Pit lane opens so quick here, it's really hard to catch it on the first time around. Give him a chance, maybe he will be famous. Sure. Jan Hughson has disconnected. So I guess we don't protest him since he self-penalized there?
I mean, I still am.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I do find it somewhat respectable, though, that he chose to take himself out of the race after that.
Yeah, he put himself to the tail end of the lead lap, so it is what it is.
No, he just disconnected. He straight up towed and then left the race without saying anything else.
That's what I'm saying. He put him. He ended his race right there. So yeah, call it good. He obviously knew he did wrong.
Yeah, that looked like a red mist moment to me. I mean, Layne threw a pretty good old slide job on him, and it looked like he just came right back at him and was mad about it and went too far.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll watch the replay first. You know, like be Nick Coyle. I don't know. I'll watch the replay then see. Can't make any decisions now.
Yeah, totally. I don't think it was netcode, not from what I saw. You'll probably have fun going back and watching my YouTube video on this, though, in the, you know, at some point down the road. All things become humorous with enough time. Well, not all things, but you know what I mean.
Radio check, test 1, 2. You guys got me? How about you, Earl? You got me? Yes, sir. Can you hear me, bud? I got a new antenna that I'm working with today, so I need to make sure.
20 to go here.
10-4. And
I think these guys are committed to their stay-out strategy. We got to be on it for our restart to make sure that Layne doesn't get to the inside of us. We need to get down to the inside of them on the restart. Hopefully they don't block.
You're on the back stretch. Calm down.
Get them all cleaned up there, bud. Give those belts a good tug.
Spaceballs car is fantastic. It's definitely a Spaceball. That whole car is a Spaceballs reference. I love it.
Pace cars off. Be ready. Green flag. Outside. Still outside. Outside. Still there. Clear.
We're in third.
Inside. Good patience, Matt. Inside
We're
only.
going to get to the outside of this 5 car here.
Still there. Inside. Nice job, bud. Straight and smooth. You get your shot at him. In and out. Inside only.
Oh, goodness.
Still inside.
Oh, my heart.
Outside. Got it, man. Get by
Get
that
this
guy.
blinker away from me.
Outside. You're clear him. Caution, caution.
Oh, there's yellow.
Quick,
Layne turned
tell
him.
me what you got.
I mean, that's not really on lane,
Line
though.
up
That's
behind the safe car.
the man was blinking all
No,
over
I
the
did
place.
get into him, but it's because he was gone and then reappeared inside of me.
Yes, sir. That's how I saw it.
Pit road is open.
Couldn't have possibly blinked out when he was sitting sideways across the track. No. Had to give me a 4X.
I could actually feel my heart going during that bit there. I really wish I would have had a heart rate monitor hooked up for that one. That was interesting.
Richard, I will say thank you for your sacrifice of booping him out of the way.
Not many laps left. This is going to
Hell,
be
7 to
a heck of a
from
finish.
third.
He was on very old tires.
Yeah, that was supposed to go green, and then I would have something for your guys, but I'd rather not hold everyone up and get wrecked out anyways.
Honestly, if you're getting fresh tires now, you may not get back to third, but you're gonna get some spots back.
That's why I took tires the last yellow. Because even dropping me back to the back of the pack, I'm still sitting ninth, and there's a bunch of you in front of me that have older tires and we had a longer run, so.
There is only one car that has older tires than you from what I'm seeing.
And the 11's wrecking people under caution. Fantastic.
Seriously? How many people are going to have vacations after this one?
All of you, I'm protesting every one of you. I'm going to end up winning this race.
iRacing just needs to make everyone take that pledge I do in the beginning of my races. Just make that for everyone, apparently. I don't know if that would help. That probably wouldn't help much.
Eleven, what are you doing? You're blinking all over the place.
I don't know. I don't recognize the name.
All race.
It's just unfortunate, you know. It's unfortunate that
You can't be a
you know,
blinker
it's no
and be
fun.
intentionally a dick.
One to go.
that is a problem. Yeah, it's no fun not having a good connection. It's no fun having people complain to you about the connection. But you gotta, you know, you gotta be smarter about it, and you gotta try to, you know, fix it. It's just no fun that when a race gets ruined by someone having a bad connection.
You roll with me,
Nice
we'll
forward
pick up
there,
a couple more
Drew.
spots.
Roger. Clean him up, bud. Pace car's off. Be ready. Do your thing, boss man. Be ready. Green flag. Green
All
flag.
right, let's see if we can
New
get
leader.
away.
Sorry, 19. I didn't expect you to slow down there.
I'm not even gonna look in the rearview mirror for these last 10. If I don't have to.
10 laps to go this time by.
Eyes out the windshield, and we're just gonna try to run best we can here. Why are we so slow? 7 to go.
Inside.
It's just a sick feeling when you know that the guy's going to make a move to the inside on you, and you gotta ride with it and let it happen. Try to fight him off the corner. Got a little bit of space there.
5 laps to go this time,
5 to go. Getting into a little bit of a rhythm right now. 4 to go. Three to go. Two to go. We got a little bit of space now.
2 more, let's go.
Gabe's trying everything he can do to get around him. I want Gabe to keep putting pressure on him. Gabe, you're my best friend, buddy.
The white flag.
Pressure him. Last lap. We need 2 more good corners. That's a winner at Bristol! Woo!
Sean, that's what it's all about right there.
Dude, great race, man. You don't know what an honor it is to finish in front of you, man. That was fun.
Really, really good job. Really good job. Very proud of you, my man. You did a good job.
My stuff too hot to give you a run at the end. I didn't realize I could burn it up in 4 laps. Thought it'd last all 10. The rest of it could win.
Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. I think you'll like this, what I do here from a victory celebration, too.
Good win, John.
Tires are great. There wasn't any issues with them at all.
Thanks, Gabe, man. Great racing with you. Awesome! Man, that's cool. That's definitely one of my bigger wins. But actually beating Layne Riggs on a short track. That's huge. Gives us 37 I rating. That's a nice one. That felt really good. First win we've had at Bristol in a long time. Really wanted to win it last night. Made some mistakes. Could have won it had I not made that pit mistake. Got it back tonight, though. Woo! All right. Good stuff. Got the dub at Bristol. I love it. Put it right there. So many of the guys that I grew up watching and really respecting as race car drivers, Bristol was such a big part of it. Rusty Wallace, Dale Earnhardt, Darrell Waltrip, Mark Martin, Terry Labonte all had huge wins at Bristol.
Okay, and to answer your question, Brian, on my screen, he was not on the racetrack when he was spinning.
Let's go back and do the chrome horn recap here. Take a look at this stuff.
Lagged out, gone.
First off,
They usually do when they're not.
how
in
he
front
got
of
the
you.
lead at the beginning
got it.
was felt pretty good.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
Closed up on him, and he went down to the bottom. I really wasn't
Good race with you
expecting
too,
that,
brother.
but that let us get to the outside. So he leads lap 1, and then we get the lead here on lap 2. I'm going to get a screenshot of that. Actually passing Layne Riggs under green flag conditions. And the 11 was right there with us. I forgot that. So that's the other part of the story for the 11, is that he was actually quick, like properly quick. So that's, you know, doubly unfortunate for him that it was that his connection was failing him so bad, because he qualified 3rd, I think. Yeah, Robby Norris qualified 3rd and then started having connection issues in the race. So that's really unfortunate. But yeah, we got the lead and we started pulling away, and yeah, you can already see him having connection issues right from the get-go. Oh yeah, I'll ban him. Don't worry, Hans. I will do that. So yeah, we started opening up a lead, and that felt real good. And then lap 10, I can actually hear them wrecking back there. Where are they? There they are. Lap 10, caution comes out. Beautiful car, by the way. This is the Hornet from the Daytona USA games by Sega. That's what that paint scheme's based on. So awesome old school flashback paint scheme. He just spins it out and then hooks it back up in front of traffic, collects the 5 as well. So rough deal there for Nick Coyle, Brian Sones, with the Sones Racing or Sones Racing. I don't know how he pronounces it. Brian, if you watch, let me know how your name's pronounced. But yeah, tough deal. That was net code there. And we got a few ARCA breakers coming through there at the end. All right, lap 16, we get a restart here. And we're still in front. And unfortunately, we're not able to hold on to this one for too long. Doesn't take too long before Layne Riggs runs us down. I was burning up my right front something fierce. And he's going to blow right past me. One thing I forgot to do. Actually, I want to get a screenshot of this because that's really cool, good racing there. I want to go back to that lap 10 incident, the 6 car. I always like to get screenshots of the cautions that occur. So on the wins, I like to sort of document the whole race. So yeah, let's do that. We saw the pass that Layne put on me there. I tried to hold him off on the outside. He raced me real hard and real clean, which I really liked. We had a little bit of contact right there. And he was able to get clear of me. I tried to go back down under the inside of him, and it just got tight. I wasn't using my trail braking properly. I was overheating the right front, whatever I was doing. Just had it all bad wrong. Gabe Wood catches me up. And is going to get around me right before the second caution flies. Beautiful car that he's got, too. That's a Ken Schrader throwback paint scheme that he's running from when Ken Schrader drove for Junie Donlevy. And yeah, he was able to get around me right as the caution flew. It ain't right. And this was for the 18. Wesley Hendley driving the Dale Earnhardt Wrangler. That was net code. That one was net code. See the 11 blinking underneath him. They're racing for 4th place. Wow. Wesley was having a great run in the 18 car. All the way up inside of the top 5 and then gets net code turned by the 11 who was blinking. So now that makes a little bit more sense as to why he was so unhappy. And why he was racing the way that he was trying to get back on the lead lap, because he legitimately had some speed tonight. Didn't get the finish that he wanted out of it, for sure. So we pit, come back out in 2nd place behind all of these lap cars and the 9 who stayed out on old tires right here. Or was it the 9 or the 19? I think it was the 19. Yeah. This guy right here is the leader right now. And we're all stacked up behind him. And the 18's trying to get past him and trying to stay in front of us and ends up getting into him. And this is what I was talking about. I could have avoided this. Had I been a little bit more careful, I could have just stuck right down on the bottom the way that the 43 did. Instead, I drove up the track into the 18. So this is definitely in part on me. I kind of let the thing wash. I didn't need to get caught up in that wreck the way that I did. But we just had a whole big parking lot there. Let's see. So yeah, that was an unfortunate deal, but we just had a bunch of us involved in that. It didn't need to happen that way. I'm so frustrated at myself. I want to go into my cockpit view and just, but yeah, going down into the corner, and I'm planning on diamonding it, and then yeah, I washed up. It doesn't look nearly as bad from here as it did, because I was trying to shoot the gap. But if I would have just stayed down below down on the bottom with the 43, I could have possibly driven right underneath that, because he was straightening it out. Yes, that is a petty scheme that you see. So that's disappointing, you know. But limited information from the cockpit. It looks a lot worse from outside the car, what I did there, than it does from inside the car. Inside the car, what I was trying to do makes more sense, but it's still disappointing that it went that way. So, yeah, let's see. So that was that one. Then we get a restart lap. When did the restart happen? So yeah, that was on lap 46. We get the restart lap 51, 52-ish, 52. And we were in 6th at this point. And we just start trying to work our way through. And then lap 59, we're going to get the caution again. was. It was the 9 car right here. Now looks like he just gets her sideways going into the corner and does that little hospital wobble and can't save it. Oh, and then the 19 spins out, and this is what actually brings out the caution. 19 gets into the 6. And, yep. Caution again. I think that was number 4. And we had worked our way up to 4th at that point. Decided not to pit here. Get back restarted. We're still 4th. Get around Gabe for 3rd. And then we got our sights set on the front too. And let's just watch this play out here. Because what's going to happen here, Layne's going to make the slide job, and then the 10's going to pay him back. Critical moment here in the race. 10 got the wall a little bit there. 1 almost got clear, but the 10 hung on his right rear good. I mean, that's all fair. 1's going to slide up in front of him. There's a little contact. 10 goes down underneath him. And you know what? That is netcode. That's a huge netcode, actually. I didn't think it was from where I was sitting. His car looked like it went and sailed. But on review, that's actually a massive netcode. I'm shocked that it was, because it looked so blatant. But yeah, so there's the slide job right there. That was such a pivotal moment in the race too. And look at the space between their cars when this contact happens. He was right. Look at the space between their cars when that contact happens. That's insane. Then he brushes him off and puts him up into the wall. But, like, you know, that right there, that's just a massive netcode. Layne Riggs probably should have won this race. For sure. Because if that doesn't happen, if that right there does not happen, I don't think there's any way that I'm winning this thing. I mean, it's possible, you know, who knows how it would have played out, but that right there was so pivotal. And it was a massive netcode. I owe Jan a huge apology. He was absolutely right. That's a huge netcode that caused that wreck. And I mean, look at Layne, the way that he goes into this wall though. Boom. Amazing that the car was still running as well as it was. And we of course have another massive you know, got to have the Bristol stack up as everyone's trying to check up and get by it. Actually, not too bad. Only one other guy went around. A little bit of contact, but... This one was intense. But yeah, normally, like, you know, that probably should have taken him out of the race. So these cars are pretty resilient, and the safer barriers are pretty forgiving. So, yeah, the fact that he was able to come back from that was pretty crazy. So Jan ends up pulling it in. I'm glad I didn't do more than that to show my displeasure. I just kind of like got close to him. I never touched him. Now that I know that I was in the wrong on that, that's crazy. So, yeah, Jan, again, apologize for doubting your word. You were right. That was netcode. But this was pivotal here, too, because we had a race with Gabe Wood off pit road here. Come in, get right side tires. I see Gabe moving. We leave, and we just go, and we barely beat him right there to the line. And we're in front of him on this restart here. As we restart from, I think we're going to restart from either 4th or 5th. So we got Robby Norris, Brian Sones2, Richard Reimuller, Steffen Gruber, all in front of us. And I think this is where the 7 said that he just decided to pit. Someone did decide to pit from here. I think they may have already made that decision because the lights are out on the pace car right now. But yeah, we're going to restart 5th behind 4 guys that had old tires. And this was the one that I called it. I was like, that 19 car is going to be a caution. Because I could see that he wasn't moving very quickly. And sure enough, he goes down in there. He gets scrubbed up into the wall. And actually, he wasn't the caution. He just got into it. He was part of it. Oh, and he lost a wheel. But it came back on the car. And that was nice of it. Yeah, this was actually the 9 and the 16. Has a big old parking lot that he left behind him there. So we ended up 4th. After that one. Restart, lap 81 from 4th. So we got the 11 blinking. We're trying to work our way through here. We go under the 7. And, you know, the dynamic here is we got to work by these guys quick, and we've got Layne pressuring us the whole time. Get up to the outside of the 5. And I'm going through here. I'm going to have to try to split the middle. And there just wasn't enough room to actually dive down there and do it. Now I get down in front of the 5. 5 gets loose. 1 goes up into the 11, sends him around, and we have another caution. But again, with the 11 blinking the way that he was, you know, that there's not much that anyone could do about that. So there it was, another yellow. And that set up the final restart. Which was a battle. Oh, and here's another thing I want to check. Because the 11 was apparently doing some goofiness under caution here. So he gets going. He's trying to find, I don't know what he's doing here, but he comes up and runs into the 18. He's still blinking. The Valvoline 11 car, I think that that's supposed to be the Neil Bonnet scheme from the mid-'80s. Oh, the 18 runs into him. And then the 11 comes down back into the 18. I don't know what they're playing at here. That's a little weird. And actually, I also, as I'm watching all this, I have no idea who iRacing's actually scoring in front of who there. But the 11 comes back up into the 18. They're fighting with race cars. Is that it? Or was there more? Oh, the 18. Oh, the 18 just ran through him there. What in the world? He blinked out. The 18 hit him again. And then he blinked out again. The 18's running through him. They were all yelling at the 11 like that's it's kind of on the 18. And then the 18 or 11 comes back and wrecks the 18. So everyone was yelling at the 11. There were definitely two guys tangoing there in that little altercation. That's a little weird. Want to see. 18's running into him again. They're still at it. How long does this go on for? I think that's it now. I think they've settled it. Let's see. I mean, they're going to have to settle it out as we go back green here. But yeah, I mean, I do hope. I feel bad for the 11 because it's never fun having connection issues like that, so I hope he gets it figured out. So there we go, back to green flag racing with 11 to go. I got a good restart. Was there someone wrecking back there? I heard. I think it's just the 11 that I'm hearing. And yeah, I'm just trying to run good, clean, fast laps and keep old Layne Riggs behind me here. You can watch him closing the gap, and you can see me laying rubber right through there, looks like. That's crazy. Either I'm just running that accurate of a line, or I'm laying down a little bit of rubber out of the right rear. 9 to go. And he's definitely closing visibly. So I started having to alter my line a little bit. He's getting great runs off the corner, so I move up the track a little bit, which lets him get closer in the center. I get a good run off there and gap by a car length. He's closing it back to a half car length there as we come off the corner. He stays closer that time, got a better exit than I did. He's really driving it hard there too. He said he burned up his stuff a little bit, which I believe, because yeah, he's driving it in real deep. There he goes for the move. I'm just gonna stay high and try to hold this thing as straight as possible and get a good run off, which I did. Still clear with 6 to go right there. He gets back to my bumper again. Trying to hold him off. Up on the high side, he's right on my bumper with 5 to go. There I gapped him by a little bit. Trying to gap him as much as I can, but he's staying close the whole time, and I'm saying, come on, Gabe. Get to his bumper. Help me out. 4 laps to go. Still right there. He stayed a lot closer to me than I thought he did through this whole thing. I thought there was one point where I actually pulled away from him a little bit, but I guess that wasn't the case. 3 to go. And we're just, you know, holding serve out in front of him. Got a good exit there. That was the one. That was the one right there where I think he got the wall a little bit, and I saw Gabe get close, and I'm like, all right, with 2 laps to go, I feel like we might be okay. Can't relax yet. I still got to hit my line real clean. Gabe goes up into the wall, which gives Layne a break because he's able to gap. Coming to the white flag, you know, it's like, even with this gap right here, I'm not comfortable right now because I know how much he can gain. I'm just trying to make sure that I get the car rotated so that I can get that shot off. I need to get those exits. And look at how much he's closed the gap there. Final lap of the race. He got close to my bumper there through 3 and 4, but I was able to hold on for the win. So, get that shot right there at the line from all 3 angles. From multiple angles. Always like to get the winning shot. Oh, that's a good view. We'll just do that right there. That looks nice. TV2, classic Bristol shot right there. Nope, 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 nope. That's not what I want. Racing was really good, and I managed to get a win. So that felt good as well. TV1, and we're going to pull this up a little bit. Found something weird on the internet. Barbecue fried crickets. Yeah, those are a thing now. And they're actually tasty. I've had I've eaten the crickets before. They're actually quite tasty. You know, they're just crunchy. That's all it is. Let's see here. We want to, if I can, I want to get the flagman in this, but I don't think we're going to be able to. So instead, we're just going to do that. That looks cool. That might be the new wallpaper right there. Meat may become people. I don't think that they're going to replace meat. They're more of a replacement for like chips and stuff like that. I want to get this because this was cool. Gabe coming up and giving me the tap there. Appreciate that, Gabe. Swing it around for our Polish victory lap, and we go into our traditional victory celebration here. That's oval win number 56 for me on iRacing. That looks cool. Pretty clean looking race car for winning at Bristol there. Love being able to do the Polish victory lap. And then, yeah, pull it around there. Do a couple donuts. How are these donuts? Rate them 1 out of 10. 1 to 10 is about a 4. That might be even be a 3. That ain't that good. Ben's giving me a 6. Ben's being generous. Sorry, I missed that straight tail. No, you're I didn't see any. You said that with more folks coming out as non-binary or trans that you're starting to question your own identity. I haven't had that feeling. For me, my take on that is that I love that we live. I think I've said this before. I love that we live in a time where people no longer feel, or at least don't feel as much like they have to stay in the closet to be accepted in society like they did before. You know, it's a shame that our society was such that they felt ashamed of who they were before and didn't feel like they could share it with the rest of us. But, you know, I'm glad that we live in a society now where people feel more comfortable just being themselves. I'm going to be able to see it now. Unrelated note, more and more high school friends are coming out as non-binary or trans. It's leading me to feel comfortable questioning my own identity. You should always feel comfortable questioning your own identity. I think that's great. Now, before I forget as well, I'm going to go find that spammer. Fortunately, he only posted it once. Man, it was way back there, too. There it is. We will ban that person from chat. All right. Jablanca28, thanks for the follow. Also, thanks to Uncle Chop Chop and Dan the Man Racing for following earlier. Vols Fan 88 for the 5 Tier 1 gifted subs. Really appreciate that. And Logan B 1999, thank you for the follow as well. Not so much a troll, just one of those spam bots posting about, you know, if you want to get famous, click this link. Tons of followers guaranteed. We got 154 points, so I think that first place finish, because of the strength of field, was actually less points than we got for 5th last night, but we got a win. Wins are everything. Led 40 laps, led the most laps in the race, so that feels good. Beat Layne Riggs at Bristol. That's crazy. iRating is continues to climb, highest it's ever been, up to a 5485. We're really closing in on that 5500 number. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate y'all. If you like the video, please do click that like button, hit subscribe, head over to twitch.tv/John_A_Theodore and click that heart to give me a follow. I want to thank you all very much. Peace out.